Yep, OSR out here is through the ground. There you go. Brilliant. That was sowing Friday. It is Wednesday today. 5 days. A lot of it's through the ground. It's just through, but it's through. Happy days, OSR through. We could do with, well, now you've got the threat of slugs, flea beetle, pigeons. Not pigeons yet, once it gets a bit bigger pigeons, but susceptible mostly to slugs right now, and flea beetle. They'll just start coming in soon. Hey Doug! Tell you what, I've seen a lot of deer today. That's just a young one. She obviously doesn't see it, she's not gone nuts yet. Right, the last field of the day. Tea has been delivered, courtesy of Gately. Hey, and the dog wants right into it. Last time I did this, that ended up in that gap. All over the shop. Need to be a bit more careful this time, Doug. Doug! There you go. And done. I think she's cleaned it up. Kev is done and dusted. All the OSR is in the ground now. Happy days. Drills, it's gone faultless, no bother. I had a bit of an issue with the discs on that tractor back there today, but... Good morning, I've just been out of sunflowers. Kev's got the fert spreader on. Dad's, don't know what he's doing. Putting some fert on the Ifra Williams flatbed, interesting. Right, on the move. When Dad comes back, I'm actually going to load up 3 bags and the quad bike. That'll be just right on the limit. These sheep. These sheep. And then I'm going to go and put slug pellets on the same field Kev's putting fertiliser on. It's not been sprayed yet, but it's a bit wet for spray, although it's drying now. Sun's out and it's a bit breezy. Maybe too breezy to be spreading urea. We've got loaded up, but obviously the quad bike weighs nothing compared to these fert bags, so that is a healthy load. We made it, didn't lose anything. Kev has abandoned fert spreading. He's just head along in the sprayer to fill it up. I need the forklift, so I'm just going to shift this out the road. This is just coming up on 1500 hours, so it's due another service. This is normally the fert shed or a grain store. It's just full of stuff right now because we're running out of room. Should probably be taking the back one off first. Too late, I've committed. Saves me getting the ramps out. We're loaded up, hopper is full. Diesel gauge, if you could read it, isn't far off empty. Oh, it's just conked out. So we're going to do the end rig of this field out here. So it's quite a long end rig. And any chuck wet bits. Dunk's currently rolling this field. It's quite a way to go. Could do with them being 12 metres, but anyway, 6 will do. This patch in here got drained 3-4 years ago. It's a lot better than it was, but it's still a damp area, so it does attract slugs. So I'm doing this patch. Trying to help Dunk as well, pick up a few stones while I'm here. Another couple of bags. We're halfway around the end rig, but I stopped up there to do quite a chuck bit, or a wet damp bit, so I'm halfway around the end rig, but there's not really many other chuck bits to do. Don't know if you can hear me, but it's too windy to... It's fine for slug pellets, but fert and spraying, it's far too windy. The fert we're trying to spread is urea, and it's particularly not very dense. I hate stones. Think there's anyone daft enough to enjoy picking stones? No matter how many stones you've got, if you've got way more than us, way less than us, it's definitely too many. Everyone has got too many stones to pick up. To be fair, it's a bit easier in the quad bike. You don't have to go up and down the steps in the tractor, up, down, up, down, up, down. Anyway, job done. Just adjusting these sliders on the dryer here. There's oilseed rape in it right now. It's really tiny, small, little seeds, so they're very light. So you don't want much inflow through these two vents, otherwise the seed draws out the fan there. Sunflowers, sunflowers, sunflowers. We're our first evening opening tonight. Just coming up to check everything's all good. Yeah, we've never actually opened an evening before, but we tried it tonight, so it was open. There was slots 6, 6:15, 6:30, 6:45, and 7 o'clock, possibly. It was fully booked. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. It is a bit of a washout today. We knew it was going to be wet all day today. So this is the pile of OSR. There's another pile along the road at a different dryer on yard 3. So Summer Harvest, they're a company that are based at yard 3 and they process OSR and make oils out of it, dressings out of it. Part of the kind of deal at yard 3 is we grow the OSR and all of it goes for the production for Summer Harvest for their oils. So they have a grain dryer there, so any OSR that's grown at yard 3 goes into the grain dryer and grain systems and bins at yard 3. So we don't do the drying of that. This OSR, it's off of either yard 1 or yard 4. All yard 3 went to yard 3's dryer. Moisture wise, it was coming in off the fields at a lovely percentage of anywhere between 9 and 11. Anyway, I've not really filmed any of it, but Dad's actually been running it through, but you've not really seen any OSR get cut apart from a little bit that got in the drone. And you've not seen any of it get dry, but sort of just not kept up with it. And if you want to try the OSR oil that's produced, we do sell it in the farm shop, Summer Harvest oil. It's a really good working system because we grow it on yard 3, Summer Harvest the business, then buy it off of us effectively, process it, make the oils out of it, and then we sell that oil in the farm shop as well. They obviously sell it to a lot of different places, but one of them is us, and we also use the byproduct of it all, which comes in wee pellet form. They have a pelletizer, so the byproduct after it's all squeezed, very, very high in protein, and we mix that into our cattle feed. There's none in there right now, but we mix that in with our cattle feed. That's the protein source for our cattle. So we grow it, it gets made into oil, some of it gets sold here. The byproduct's all fed to the cattle. That muck spread on the fields to grow it again. It's a good big whole circle and it's all done on site. I may or may not have demolished this. It's not looking too healthy. We have a replacement. Plastic, so it's not going to be as solid. This was a good one actually. I'm annoyed I broke it. A nice solid metal one. What I did is I don't think I plugged it in and it dragged along the road. As can be seen by those wear marks. I think it went all the way from yard 1 to yard 2. If anyone's got a smart way of remembering where these go, let me know. Right, I think that's it. There's nothing worse than finding the wrong diagram online. Plugging this in, the lights don't work, and then having to do it again. I always do this. I have wired it up and I've done the usual. Put that bit on, no problems. Standard procedure when doing that is not to put the screw on first. I have to take it all off again. Dog, stop scrapping. Let's check the wires are the right way around first. I'll plug it in and check. Oh, perfect timing. Come on. Fuck my neck. Moment of truth. Hazard should be on. Perfect. It must be all wired the right way if some of the lights are working, because if the indicators weren't wired right, then other stuff wouldn't be wired right as well, and you'd see other things flashing. It is soaking. Sideways rain. Change of diet today. OSR. When you go. There's some friendly beasts. Come on in. Go on, out you go. There's something else, those lambs. Hopefully, we're going combining today. Tomorrow, sorry. Subscribe. If you've not already, please subscribe. So just getting the Bowser up here and we'll get filled up. AdBlue, diesel, good to go. A few hundred litres later, we're just about full. AdBlue's done, that doesn't take long. The weather's looking a bit iffy for tomorrow. Fingers crossed the next clip is me saying, good morning, we're going combining. Combining's a maybe, we'll assess later. Question of the day, what have I not finished? Kev's away ploughing with a couple of barrels of water on the front. Right now, stone grey. I'm going to tidy up in here so I've got loads of space and crack on with that, and hopefully we'll get to a stage where it's almost ready to go. New podcast, the Two Farming Crawfords podcast, out now. Link is down below. Me and Cousin Crawford have a waffle again about farming and some non-farming things. Have a listen. Also, new bunnets are available, some with a flag, some without a flag. There's 30 of each. Once they are gone, they are gone.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Good girl.